All right, welcome back to the channel. I want to show you a fun little project I've been up to and a fun little tool that I've been using. No, I'm not the Grim Reaper. Coming up. Just coming into the greenhouse on my lunch hour, and my wife has completely destroyed the passion fruit. It's just like when you go to the barber and you say, hey, I just want a little bit off the top. And you walk out bald. No, that actually makes sense. So this passion fruit right here by the glazing, for some reason, has just done phenomenal. And I mean, look at all that growth that she cut off. So she's basically, she hasn't even told me what she's done, but I can tell. She's just making it so we have leader vines so we can train this bad boy to give us the shade and also the evaporative green growth plant canopy that we need for the summertime, because summer is here and this place is going to look amazing, especially with the passion fruit plant canopy that's coming up. So since we're talking about passion fruit, we got to come over here. Look at that. Oh yes, indeed. So pretty. So absolutely amazing. And look at how big that one's got already. So there's two of them. Boom and boom. Yeah, I don't know how this one avoided her shears. That one's looking good. We've already got healthy leaders going on, and we'll use that and let that drape over the front as well. So anyway, there's your little passion fruit update. Oh, while I'm doing this, I just want to show you the fodder. Just because she has some healthy progression going on. I don't know how many days. I think that's brand new. Probably 1 or 2 days. Probably 3 days. Probably 4, 5, 6, and then that one's probably, I don't know, 8 or 9. We're not very exact. There you go. The greenhouse is starting to explode. I told you it would. Stay tuned. Another month. It's going to get very interesting. All right. Well, I wasn't going to make this video tonight, but like, I know the wind is blowing. I hope it's not too bad in the camera. If it is, I get to throw this little video away. But the setting was too perfect and just the situation was too perfect. I really wanted to just get these thoughts out into the camera and see what you think. So I've been doing this project, and while I had my headphones in and I was listening to my nightly run of podcasts, and one of them that I really enjoy is Appalachian Homestead. Patara is just awesome, and I've been watching her for quite a while, actually. Sorry, someone's calling me. I just ignored Rebecca. Don't tell her. Anyway, but her video tonight, she was talking about, are you living like you were in the Great Depression? And I just thought it was so funny because here I was, and I'm going to splice in right now the project that I was doing. So I'm splicing in right now the project I'm doing. Got the leg off. Hey, whoa! Shut up. That is so cool. And anyway, so while I'm out here, just like, you know, as if I can't go buy grass hay from many of my friends and some of my customers who are farmers, you know, I'm out here harvesting every little bit of straw grass, decorative straw grass that we can, because we can feed it to the cow. And then Patara is in my ear, you know, telling us about how we need to kind of force ourselves to do these things. And I thought that was a fitting example. I'm gonna go in the garage or somewhere because I can tell I'm getting wind. Anyway, I mean, it's just fitting because it's like, no one likes to think that way, Nate. Be positive, right? And you've heard me many times say, you don't do this for the scare, but you do it for motivation to prepare. And I think it's about time to get ready for that. I mean, there's been so much happen since my last political and economic and doomsday rant. Are you watching the headlines? Over Easter weekend, we had Donald Trump, who just tweeted out, kind of out of nowhere, World War III. Well, it wasn't a tweet, it was a truth. And I get it, some of my subscribers might not be a fan of the Orange Man and others might. It's irrelevant. We're all people, we all breathe, we all eat, we all have families that we love, okay? So it doesn't matter what your politics are, it doesn't matter at all. We all have to survive in the chaos that abounds around us, right? So what happened over the weekend? Well, you probably heard the headlines where China did this massive drill where they were simulating basically an invasion on Taiwan. And the crazy thing with that is you had, sorry, I've got crap all over my hair. The crazy thing with that is you had, I think it was, the number was 54 different crafts that entered into Taiwanese water space. I don't know if I said that grammatically correct, but when have I cared in the past, right? I mean, that's crazy. That's an absolute breach on their sovereignty. And as far as I'm aware, I think the whole point is that the 3-day drills are over, and it's just a drill, so don't worry about it. Just a drill. Yet I think everything's still in place. And then China came out, I believe it was President Xi, if not someone in his military, and says that basically we are combat ready. I'm paraphrasing because I don't have quotes and I don't have notes. That's crazy times, guys. You know, just recently, for work, I was visiting with an auto dealer and I was talking to them about the chip shortage, and I had these things in the back of my mind, and I was just asking them about availability. And they talked about how, you know, we have basically 2022 trucks that are coming in late. I mean, here we are in April of 23, and a lot of dealers are still getting 2022 allotment of trucks. And they're glad to have them, because especially if it's a diesel, they can sell out, I mean, on the spot, because there was such a backlog from the last 3 years and the supply chain woes and shortages that any diesel truck they can get, they can sell. And these things are selling for monster prices. We're talking like $60,000 to $80,000. Okay, that's a small house where I come from. But anyway, so in my mind, and I didn't bring it up because, you know, got to stay positive. But what do you think will happen if we have any type of skirmish? Oh, yeah, the Grinch is still up. Oops. Is it too late? April? Is that too late? I'll get it down. Next video, if it's not down, destroy me in the comments. Maybe you can now. Is April too late to have your Christmas decorations up? Go, tell me. Too late or no? I've been busy. Anyway, in the back of my mind while I was talking to them, and they're talking about the rebounding of inventory finally, and how, you know, they're still behind. I'm like, well, if this skirmish starts with China and Taiwan, well, then what? You know, I heard the statistic that 50% of the world's commerce goes through the Taiwan Strait. 50%. You cannot even fathom that. I mean, that would make the last chip shortage pale in comparison if you had 50% of what, well, who knows what percentage, because Taiwan produces a massive amount of the world's chips, but a disproportionately high amount for America because we're friends with them. And we're going to test that friendship, because if something happens with the China-Taiwan situation, I mean, we know how we treated our allies in Afghanistan, okay? Will we stand up or won't we? I think we're more likely going to want to try, because we are so dependent upon those microchips. See that truck, see that Suburban, see the car, see all of it. Your tractors, I mean, all of your electronics, this stinking phone I'm carrying in my hand, all of it is dependent upon those microprocessors, those microchips. So think of that. But it's not just that. It's not just electronics. I mean, think of what your local Walmart would look like. Without 50% of the world's commerce, do you think you're going to get all those cheap clothes, those cheap underwear and cheap pants and cheap towels and cheap bedspreads? And I mean, I could go on forever. No, it's going to be a massive problem. Sorry, my phone's telling me low battery. That means I should shut up, right? Okay, one last thought and then I will. So there was just a few days ago a meeting with the French President Macron, put it below. I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. No notes. So President Macron goes to China to visit Xi. I mean, that in and of itself is a very symbolic, take that, America, I think. You know, I mean, because right now there's obviously sides needing to form, and what do the French do? They run to China. Not a good sign. Because again, remember how we've been talking about losing the reserve status, reserve currency status, and that makes it so we're not as respected. See what I mean? That's what we're talking about. After he gets done with the visit with President Xi, he immediately does this little press conference and basically announces to the world that the French need to be less reliant upon the American dollar. Okay, wow. I wonder what those two are talking about. All of these are signals that some of our prosperous days are behind us. And you know who we have to blame? It's ourselves. Through our lack of morality and just through our abuse of our dollar. And the fact that the whole world was dependent upon the dollar, just like a drug. And we just abused the living crap out of that. And we wedged it. And I mean, I know America's great. I love America more than anything. I'm a flag flying, red-blooded American. But the America of yesterday is becoming a memory. I'm sorry. Think about it. I mean, do you feel like everything with elections and everything with our government and the investigation of some people and not investigating other people, some of the highest three-letter acronym agencies of our government, do you feel like they are legit? Or do you feel like they're maybe a little bit compromised, a little bit corrupt, a little bit selective? So what I'm saying is that lack of morality is noted across the whole globe. And that's why you have things happening in Taiwan. That's why you had what happened in Afghanistan. That's why the petrodollar, that's why all these things are unraveling, and why the French president can go visit in China, President Xi, and walk away saying, hey, we need to kind of divest ourselves a little bit in the dollar because we don't want to get wrapped up in this skirmish. That's basically saying, hey, America, I know you were there for us once in some prior wars and all that good stuff, you know, but favor's probably not going to be returned. And I just submit to you it's because we are losing respect. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. But I think it is a good time to get to our homestead, to get to our preps, still living our busy modern life, but making decisions accordingly. Time to get started. Yeah, thanks for not getting the license plate in it. Okay, I've got my videographer McKenna with me today, and I wanted to show you what we do here at the homestead. So we have a lot of decorative grasses. So in the summertime, these are just big and beautiful. They're anywhere from 5, sometimes they'll get up to 6 feet tall. In the winter, we actually kind of let them stay because they just provide a little bit of texture to the front yard. When we're done, we can feed it to the cow and to the rabbits. So if we go into a bigger reliance on fodder, because we can store barley pretty easy, we don't have enough acreage for a lot of hay. But if we do a lot of fodder, cows still have to have roughage. Come with the Sawzall, they just take care of business. Making sure not to cut the drip line, which I have done many times. But anyway, so this actually becomes an important supplement to the fodder that we use on the cow. Timor Strida Austria Sith. I've never tried this before, but I just remembered I bought this a while ago because, yeah, what if there is no power? Well, we're going to see how this bad boy works. A little bit of a learning curve. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, Kenna. I will edit all of the things that would embarrass you or the family. I will edit it out of the video because my channel is nothing but structured footage where it only makes the family look good and gets us lots of subscribers. Okay, first of all, I don't even know if I did it the right way.
There's a metal thing right there.
We don't want... All right, for all of you farmers, there will be no fun. This is a safe space. What happens in Vegas and what happens on the homestead stays in Vegas and on the homestead. I think I did that at the wrong angle. Oh, God. We can edit this, right? I'm gonna chop a leg off. Hey, whoa! Shut up. That was freaking awesome. Okay, that was me being a little pansy boy. Look at that! Okay, so in a more perfect world, I would have done that lower. Okay, come on, get another one. Over here. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. How much quicker was that? Hold on. Keep it rolling because we're going to get a good one that makes me look like I'm a man. And I know what I'm doing. I feel like that should be a different angle. So, keep videoing. We're gonna switch this up. It just seems like I'm gonna chop my legs off. And I mean, if I had like 300,000 subscribers, then I'd be able to pay for a new leg, like a peg leg, which would really be the channel with somebody else probably doing the work, and I'd pose. But that's not happening, so I've got to keep my leg. So we just altered this scythe, sickle. I'll have to look up later what the actual name is. Okay, that seems just a little better. Okay, but I want to go lower because those are a little high. No, that's just as low as the machine. Look at that. Dude, I invented this. I'm a genius. This is pretty dead, so there's probably, I think I'm doing it wrong, but you know what? I'm doing it. Yeah. Oh, that's what we should do. Let's stand it up. Okay, so I'm going to try my first one. I normally don't have this much fun, but Ken is here and she is rolling the eyes. Look at that. It's amazing. Okay, for real though, if you know how to do this, put it in the comments below. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you found value in it. Remember, if you did find value, or maybe even if you didn't, just fake it till you feel it. Like and subscribe, share with a friend. Those little things of just doing a little thumbs up, maybe even a thumbs down, but do a thumbs up, helps this little channel grow. So I need your help with that, and I'm really excited for all the new subscribers, all the new faces. I try to read every comment right now. I'm such a small channel that I can do that, and really kind of determines a lot of the content I put on. So like and subscribe, baby. See you next time. Okay, I've got my little helper. This is really the face of the homestead, little Keisha. And we just thought we'd come out. Hey, Splashy. and see if Splash want to try our new little food we just harvested for her. Hello, Splash.
She got in there.
Can you see that? She's loving it.